Hello and welcome back, guys. This is AngelBoy999 over here once again with another factions tutorial video. And basically this is going to be not the unrateable base, or basically the really hard rateable base, but just trying to kill a skeleton. But it's going to be a base which is pretty smart to build if you're in a very, let's say, a hardcore faction, which is very hard to get lava buckets, very hard to get water buckets. Well, I guess easier to get water buckets, but and it's very hard to build because you're not that OP in hardcore. So over here, I actually, this was my invention. Let's just say I searched on YouTube similar stuff to this, and no one has really come up with this idea, and it's quite weird. So let's just say we go up. And as you can see in my previous video, where is it? Okay, over here is in normal factions or OP. If you build this in the sky base or underground, it's all basically cobble walls with water surrounded. Yeah. So if you're on a hardcore factions, now where's my hole? That's what she said. Now I'm lost, guys. Oops. Oh, okay, I think, yeah, I was over here. So if you're in hardcore factions and you're one of those people who actually like to build underground, it's pretty smart idea that you go underground. And let's just say this is the inside of our base. Okay, all of this is inside of our base. This is a it's a 4x3, and let's just make it a 4x4. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, so now you have your 4x4. Let's just say you can make it 10x10. It depends on how much loot you want to store. This is enough for chest. No, wait. Yeah, chest and a trap chest to go all the way down, and your staircase on this side. Just take it. This can be a simple room. Depends how you want to design your base, how you want, what you're going to use your base for. If you're a PvP or just chests and for potions and armor. Or if you're a basically a raider and a looter, just a bit more design inside, and depends on the person you are, basically. Okay, so what I did, and what you should do, is basically dig out all of this around you. And if you're not at a border, so let's just say in the corner, if it's the corner border, so let's say that's the corner border, you just have to build over here and over there. But if you are in the middle of nowhere, you should build on all sides. I'm just going to introduce to you guys one side. Okay, so let's say you built your base but you want it protected. It doesn't take too long and it's pretty simple to do. So if you're going to do it all, you're going to have to connect them. Okay, so I'm just showing this for the first one. If you're going to connect all of these to make the wall. So once you've done all of this, you should go on your next wall. And what you do is basically, if your base is this long, your wall should be up to about there, let's just say. But for now, video purposes, I'm just gonna go till here. What you're gonna do is get your walls, basically just for now, dig one in, sorry, and so you have everything graphed out and everything is all set. And then after that, you guys can go in even a team if you have a lot of trusted faction members, and all of you can basically just do this. You just go down and dig until it's bedrock. I think I was gonna fall out the world. Oop, diamonds. Okay, so yeah, if I build more, I go down to the end of the world. So you build around near bedrock, and as I said, guys, you place your half slabs. Why do you place your half slabs? If they want to break this wall, which is going to be covered in water, as it's highly suggested, they're going to have to hybrid. They're going to shoot the sand, and the sand's going to come down to the half slab, and it's going to break, which is going to make it a shit ton harder for them. Very simple, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to do it all the way across, depending on how many walls you want your base to have, depending on how valuable your base. I suggest if your base is one of the most valuable on the server, you do it the most. Let's just say you go 20 out, 30 out. If you're on hardcore, that's, I think, more than enough. 20 out, I don't think people have enough TNT to even hybrid that cannon. Even use a hybrid cannon to raid your base. So I'm not really familiar with hardcore factions. I've only played it like once, which is the first time I played factions, and we were just way too OP. So I don't consider that that server really hardcore. And Okay, so you're just gonna dig all the way down. Very simple concepts. And what you're gonna do is actually, because let's just continue saying this is our base. Just because you still have the top of your base valuable, they can just shoot a TNT from top of your base until here. They don't need to pass through all those walls. This is the downside of building your base underground, which not many of you know. And the downside of you building it, yeah, basically on air, on top, on the ground, and underground. Because a sky vault is actually a sky vault like this, built like this, is one of the most protected, just to say. And so if you're on the top, what you're gonna do is, yeah, as usual, once you finished digging out your trenches, you're just gonna have to cover the top with half slabs. So if they're gonna try to hybrid shot from the top, sand's gonna land here and it's gonna break. Right now, it's gonna fall down. It's gonna break. That's the only that's the only thing you have to do, and then just place your water on top of it and make sure it's on every single block. So you're just gonna need water, but you can make an unlimited water source. I think most of you know that, and to those of you who don't, it's very simple. One water block here, one water block here. It's unlimited. You could take as much as you want. You just need 2 water buckets to make it unlimited. So see, once you did this, the water's gonna go all the way down to the end until the half slab. And as usual, shit ton hard. And just one more thing, because if you're gonna put half slabs on all of them, over here doesn't have any half slabs. Let's just say this is the top of your base. I'm just gonna put it with just to make it bedrock. So this is your base. This is the top of your base. Let's just gonna say this is obsidian, since many faction server use it. It's gonna be obsidian. If it's obsidian and they're just the top, or yeah, if it's obsidian or cobble, because I don't think a hardcore factions would have bedrock, and I think it would be really hard to get obsidian. So what you're just gonna have to do, because the top can still get raided, since there might be really good TNTers, all you're gonna have to do is basically just put a block, or let's just say a half slab, across diagonally, not just diagonally, just make it a crisscross, to be honest, just like this, crisscrossed around. Oops, if you get my point. So basically it's like this, and then you just place a block in between them. So basically in any server, any base, which I mostly play on, if it's a sky vault or an underground base, it's like this. Why? Because this basically stops and it separates the TNT with the sand when they're hybriding. And anyways, as I said, if they shoot sand, it's just gonna fall and break, so it's even harder for them, like this. And I guess this is it for this episode. I think this is the most simple way for me to explain on how to build it. You guys get the concept. You just have to go digging out on that side, and that side, and that side. And I think more team members that are trusted, that would be much better. And thank you once again, guys, for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.